A forest. Did you know that urban forests are good for the environment, our community, and good for you too? Here's how. Trees add beauty and improve personal health. Trees reduce air pollution. Trees fight the atmospheric greenhouse effect. Trees conserve water and reduce soil erosion. Trees save energy. Trees modify local climate. Trees increase economic stability. They reduce noise pollution. They create wildlife and plant diversity and increase property values. So, trees add beauty and improve personal health. Trees are major capital assets in America's cities and towns. Just as streets, sideways, sewers, public buildings, and recreational facilities are part of a community's infrastructure, so are publicly owned trees. Trees, and collectively the urban forest, are important assets that require care and maintenance the same as other public property. Trees are on the job 24 hours every day, working for us all to improve our environment and quality of life. Without trees, the city is a sterile landscape of concrete, brick, steel, and asphalt. Picture your town without trees. Would it be a place where you'd want to live? Trees make communities livable for people. Trees add beauty and create an environment beneficial to our mental health. Trees add natural character to our cities and towns, provide us with colors, flowers, and beautiful shapes, forms, and textures, screen harsh scenery, soften the outline of masonry, metal, and glass, and can be used architecturally to provide a space definition and landscape continuity. Trees impact deeply on our moods, emotions, providing psychological benefits impossible to measure. A healthy forest growing in places where people live and work is an essential element of the health of the people themselves. Trees create feelings of relaxation and well-being. They provide privacy and a sense of solitude and security, and shorten post-operative hospital stays when patients are placed in rooms with a view of trees and open spaces. A well-managed urban forest contributes to a sense of community pride and ownership. Trees reduce air pollution. Trees and other plants make their own food from carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, water, sunlight, and a small amount of soil elements. In the process, they release oxygen, O2, for us to breathe. Trees help settle out, trap, and hold particulate pollutants, which are dust, ash, pollen, and smoke, that can damage human lungs. They absorb CO2 and other dangerous gases and in turn replenish the atmosphere with oxygen. They produce enough oxygen on each acre for 18 people every day. They absorb enough carbon dioxide on each acre over a year's time to equal the amount you produce when you drive your car 26,000 miles. Trees remove gaseous pollutants by absorbing them through the pores in the leaf surface. Particulates are trapped and filtered by leaves, stems, and twigs and washed to the ground by rainfall. Air pollutants injure trees by damaging their foliage and impairing the process of photosynthesis, food making. They also weaken trees, making them more susceptible to other health problems such as insects and diseases. The loss of trees in our urban areas not only intensifies the urban heat island effect from loss of shade and evaporation, but we lose a principal absorber of carbon dioxide and trapper of air pollutants as well. Trees fight the atmosphere's greenhouse effect. Heat from Earth is trapped in the atmosphere due to high levels of carbon dioxide and other heat-trapping gases, which prohibit it from releasing heat into space, creating a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is created when heat from the sun enters the atmosphere and is prevented from radiating back into space by polluting gases. The buildup of about 40 heat-trapping gases is created mostly by human activities. Heat buildup threatens to rise global temperatures to levels unprecedented in human history. About half of the greenhouse effect is caused by carbon dioxide. Trees act as a carbon sink by removing the carbon from carbon dioxide and storing it as cellulose in the trunk, while releasing the oxygen back into the air. A healthy tree stores about 13 pounds of carbon annually, or 2.6 tons per acre each year. Trees also reduce the greenhouse effect by shading our homes and office buildings. This reduces air conditioning needs up to 30%, thereby reducing the amount of fossil fuels burned to produce electricity. The combination of CO2 removal from the atmosphere, carbon storage in wood, and the cooling effect makes trees a very efficient tool in fighting the greenhouse effect. Trees conserve water and reduce soil erosion. Trees create organic matter on the soil surface from their leaf litter. Their roots increase soil permeability. This results in reduced surface runoff of water from storms, reduced soil erosion, and sedimentation of streams, increased groundwater recharge that is significantly reduced by paving, lesser amounts of chemicals transported to streams, and reduced wind erosion of soil. Without trees, cities would need to increase sewage and stormwater drainage channels and waste treatment capacities to handle increased water runoff. Without trees, cities would need to increase sewage and stormwater drainage channels and waste treatment capacities to handle increased water runoff. Trees save energy. Trees modify local climate. They can help cool the heat island effect in our inner cities. These islands result from storage of thermal energy in concrete, steel, and asphalt. Heat islands are 3 to 10 degrees warmer than the surrounding countryside. The collective effect of a large area of transpiring trees or evaporating water reduces the air temperature in these areas. Trees also lower air temperature through shade, increase humidity in dry climates through evaporation of moisture, reduce glare on sunny days, and reduce wind speed. Trees also increase economic stability. They enhance community economic stability by attracting business and tourists. They make people linger and shop longer along tree-lined streets. Apartments and offices rent more quickly. Businesses have developments where their workers are more productive. They reduce noise pollution. They absorb and block noise from urban environment. They create wildlife and plant diversity. Trees and associated plants create local ecosystems that provide habitat and food for birds and animals. They offer suitable mini-climates for other plants that would otherwise be absent from urban areas. Biodiversity is an important part of urban forestry. And last of all, trees increase property values. They can add up to 15% property value. So anyway, you can check out all these other sites if you want.